Aidan, the Apostle of the North, by Alfred Fryer. Seguin at once complied with Oswald's wish and sent him a bishop, whom Scotch tradition has called Corman. The missionary left his sea-girt home and set out at once for Northumbria, where he endeavoured for a time to preach the divine word. But Corman thought the rude heathens of Durham and Yorkshire were indocile, and at length returned in disgust from the mission station. Disappointed with the ill success of his mission, the austere Corman returned to Iona, disgusted with the failure, which he attributed to his flock and not to his own preaching. The intelligence, says Dr. Maclear, was received with sorrow, and the brethren of High, Iona, grieved for the lot of the Northumbrians, and were still eager to help them. It is no use, Corman told the assembled monks, to attempt to convert such people as they are. Then was heard a gentle voice full of remonstrance, saying, Methinks, brother, thou hast forgotten the apostles' maxim about milk for the babes. Didst thou not deal too rigidly with those untaught minds, and expect too much and too soon, as the fruit of teaching too high for them to follow? All eyes were turned on the speaker, a humble monk named Aidan. He was a native of Ireland and had sprung from the royal line. All the assembled members of that solemn chapter agreed that Aidan was the right man to undertake the work. So he was consecrated bishop, most likely by one or more bishops who lived at Iona. And one fair summer morning, he bid adieu to the community he loved so well and sailed away from Iona. The lives of Aidan and his fellow labourers were not spent in seclusion, for it was only by unremitting toil they could hope to sow the good seed. And to their self-imposed task they applied themselves with unwearied diligence. Hunger, cold, poverty, vicissitudes of every sort were familiar to them. Their journeys were performed on foot. Their fare was meagre, their garb humble. Though often the guests of kings, they remained men of lowly hearts and simple habits. And in the pages of Bede and other early chroniclers, the golden deeds of Aidan and his successors are lovingly recorded. Aidan laboured for 16 years, from 635 to 651, among the sturdy race of dalesmen, fishermen and miners who formed the population of Northumbria. With love and gentleness, he felt for the people committed to his charge, and in simple words and homely thoughts, he taught his hearers the divine word. Aidan and his devoted followers wandered from the Humber to the Forth, teaching from house to house. These missionary journeys were usually performed on foot, and as the little band pursued its way, the teacher and his disciples meditated on texts of Holy Scripture and recited portions from the Psalms, or perhaps the solemn woods re-echoed with the music of their voice, and perchance a passing wanderer might hear them sing some of those sacred hymns dear to the monks of Iona. We still talk, thank heaven, of heroes, says Charles Kingsley, and understand what that great word should mean. But were not these poor monks heroes, knights errant of God, doing his work as they best knew how,